The Daily Cannon is official like a referee with a whistle. You see how we do. We got the legend in the building, the Capo.
Yes.
Lobby Boys.
Yes.
The one and only Jim Jones. What's popping?
Man, thank you, my brother. Thank you for having me.
Man, yo, it's an honor, man. Like the vamp life is real.
It is.
Yo, one thing I gotta say about the one and only Jim Jones, you constantly know how to reinvent yourself. How do you do that, man? How you always know how to stay on top of things, got your finger on the pulse of the culture?
You said it, man. Like, just knowing that you got to reinvent yourself every few years if you want to keep up in this game. If you want to maintain in this game and stay relevant, you got to figure it out. You know what I mean? Because the youngsters is doing something different every day. Not to say that I'm chasing, but I got to meet a medium where, you know what I mean? So that's where I be at. If I'm in it, I'm in it.
Yeah, and you always spit real wisdom, real rap.
Yeah.
Every time. People don't know, especially like we talk about the youngsters. They don't really understand that you came in the game different than everybody else. You was really from it, jumped off the porch, but then went straight to the executive. You wasn't even rhyming first. You was the manager. You was the one to keep it all together.
100%.
And then at some point you took the turn to say, you know what, I'm going to be an artist too, which, there's only a few people who've ever really done that and been successful with that. And Diddy being one of them. But I don't know too many others that say, yo, I'm behind the scenes. I'm making the moves. I'm the dude from the block that everybody respect. And then like, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and be the exact. Only other person I can think of is Eazy-E. So you, Diddy, and Eazy-E are the only people that ever successfully go from behind the scenes and then become an artist. And bigger than a lot of artists. What was that like, man? People don't get to hear that journey, Jim Jones' journey, that much from the block to the executive, the manager, all of that, and then to the artist. How did that come about?
At first, it was just me playing my position within Cam's journey when he got signed. And when he got signed, I knew that he was an ace in the hole, and I was willing to do everything that made his ride as comfortable as possible and things like that. And with me learning so many things being in the game, I took on damn near every position you could think of, from management to engineering to video director to you name it. So I learned a lot. But in the midst of me learning so much, I was watching Cam and Mason all make a shitload of money as being rappers. Right. And I wanted some of that too. And Mace had taught me to rhyme a long time ago, and I had already had that in my wallet. So I just started to dig in, and I got better at it and it started to work. And with all the knowledge I had in the game, I used that to help me propel in this industry as an artist myself.
Man, it's been beautiful too. And I gotta ask you this as a real one. You are OG now. The way you move is different.
Yep.
Your energy, your frequency is different. And I see that amongst your whole organization, where it used to be, rah-rah, used to be, it was a lot of activity going on.
Yes, definitely.
But now
very active.
You survived it, and even to see like Cam and Mace having fun with their own sports show, man. When you sit back and watch that, and be like, man, look at what we've all been through, from the streets of Harlem to now grown men being able to enjoy life, man. What's that like?
It feels good to know that we all started out as teenagers in high school. We all had a dream, and these dreams came true. And to see brothers still being able to be in the spotlight and make money where their family got to worry for nothing, like, it's a great feeling. Like, I tell people all the time, hip-hop has saved my life over and over and over again, and I'm grateful to be here.
Man, it's beautiful. And we're celebrating 50 years plus of hip-hop right now. And I got to say, I've witnessed this on many occasions, but even specifically, man, we had the cameras out there before, to where I've never seen an individual get so much love in their community. We walk the blocks of Harlem for blocks.
Yes.
No security. Just the love of the community.
The love and the energy,
Walking down 125th.
Yes.
Has it always been that way, man? Like, Harlem really is just everybody knows how much I love Harlem. I do movies there, shoot shows, and so many stories. I feel like it's the mecca of what we are. But to watch you walk through your community and get so much love, man, how does that feel, one? And then two, where does that, every artist can't get that. Every D-boy can't get that. It's different when you could go home and everybody love you.
I grew up in my neighborhood. I really grew up there. Like I came up there. I came up hard. I came up banging. Came up slaying. Came up doing everything that we known to do as kids at that time. So I really put on it. And when I got a chance to get in this industry and become famous, one of the things I always shine a light on was Harlem. I always represent for Harlem. I always put Harlem up in the sky, let people know where we come from and this is what it is. And I think that they reciprocate the love when I get back home. I mean, when I come outside, it's not to showboat, it's not to stun on nobody. It's really to give people inspiration because I really come from them blocks. And if I could accomplish something like this, that means that there's a possibility that you could do the same thing too and things like that. So that's what I take it as. And I love my community. I always give back to my community. I always do well in my community. Like I'm a patron of that community, man.
Yeah.
And I mean it. And as long as I'm here, I'm gonna continuously to give back and give people inspiration and things like that.
You said the word right there, true inspiration for your community. I think a lot of people don't know this story as well, like the Dipset. How did that come about? I mean, because it's still such a fixture now. They've been doing top 5 crews in hip hop, and Dipset is always in that top 5 list. How did it come about, man? Because y'all had the game on smash.
Just kids from Harlem, me and Cam friendship started at the early age of 13. When he was very successful in basketball, he was very famous in Harlem for how nice he was in basketball. In Harlem, that's the thing. Being nice in basketball is like you a part of the NBA when your name ring bells in Harlem.
Right.
That led to them doing music. Him and Mace was playing basketball together. Cam Cousin, Bloodshed. They had a group called Children of the Corn, so they was always doing music. And as they started getting better with the music and really started focusing on it, was like our 11th, 12th year of high school. And by that time, we were great friends and things like that. And they went away to college. Both got kicked out, Cam and Mason. Yeah. They ended up in my grandmother's house at the time when God bless her dead. My grandmother had passed away a few months before that, year before. And I was there by myself. So them coming in had really lifted my spirits. In the midst of that, I had no idea that we would be becoming some of the biggest stars that hit the industry and things like that. And from Cam and Mace being signed, I played my position. That led to us getting deals at Rockefeller and Def Jam, and the Diplomats were born.
There it is. And when the Dipset was born, I mean, it brought a different energy. I mean,
yes.
Classic records still to this day.
Yes.
So, the future of the Dipset, what is it?
The future of the Dipset, I mean, sky's the limit. Like, we got a big merch and clothing line deal. We got a store in Soho. Actually, the old Bape store is now going to be the new Dipset store, so you go in there and buy a bunch of Dipset,
that's fly.
things like that. So we're doing things like that. Touring is always a possibility if the money's right. I'm excited to see when we're going to be able to get our chance at doing one of these television shows or one of these movies. About
Dipset movie.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, we deserve it. Our story is like a real action movie. I mean,
yeah, facts.
3 gentlemen, solo careers, group careers, everything went platinum. I mean, that's a lot of pressure at that time. Not too many groups or people have got the chance to say that they've done that in their career at the capacity
Facts.
we was doing it with just us. Like, we didn't have no OGs, we didn't have nobody in the game. Like, we just, you know what I mean? We learned from our mistakes and we did good. This is your boy Jim Jones. They call me Capo. You rocking with the Daily Cannon.